Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that I think is very important to have around for various reasons. It can be used for purifying drinking water, medicinal purposes, for medical, and for signaling, in case you're lost, that type of signaling, and also for starting fire. And it's a very important piece of equipment, I guess you'd call it, that I use and keep around. I keep it in each vehicle, I keep it at home, and just in case of this, that, or the other thing, emergencies, camping, things like that. So anyways, what I'm talking about is potassium permanganate. And there's the details on it and stuff. I bought this, I think it was around 16 ounces. I think I got for like 20 bucks or something, like back in the day. I've had this for years, and it's going to last me for years longer now and stuff, because it takes very little to use it when you do need it. But it's a great chemical to have on hand. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that, so this is all just educational and stuff, and my experience with it. Use this at your own risk, but because it can be dangerous, it will start fires, but it can also be used for purifying water and other things, medical uses. So let's get started. Please like and subscribe. If you like this video and others, please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Okay, potassium permanganate is a powder that was invented in the 1800s. I think it was actually before that, but it's actually been around a long time, and they use it in purifying our drinking water in a lot of cities as well and stuff, from what I understand. I'm going to show the first glass here. I'm just going to keep as clear water. I'm going to show you in this next glass how we use it for purifying water, and let's try this out here. So I'm just going to use just a little amount here. Just a tiny bit here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a tiny bit there. I'm going to put this in here and let's try it out. We'll stir it up. Yeah. Stir it up. Might want to make sure it's all dissolved in there. All the grains are dissolved. It's a very dark, deep purple powder. You may remember this if you're older, going to the dentist, and at the end of the reason you were there, getting your teeth worked on, you probably remember taking a little swig of some pink water, and that's what this was to kind of disinfect your mouth and wash any contaminants down or out, and you could spit it out or you could drink it. But this, in a very light form, I think less than 50 milligrams is what you want in drinking for a liter. Very small amount, and you just want to make sure it's very stirred up and it is dissolved. But you can actually drink this if you're out camping and you've got water. You can well, I suggest filtering the sediment out of it, but then you can use potassium permanganate to disinfect your water, and it should be a very, very light pink like this for drinking. And I don't notice it, but some people say it has a slightly sweet taste to it. I'm not sure on that, but also you got to be careful with potassium permanganate, because it also if you get it on your skin, it can stain your skin and discolor it. We're going to try some more here in that next one. And the next one is going to be a little bit more, up to, I want to say up to 300 milligrams, something like that. And we're going to try this. There we go. And this can be used for disinfecting wounds and stuff. If you're injured or something like that, camping or some other thing out in the woods, or even at home, you can mix this up and you actually use this for disinfecting the wound. So anyways, and that's usually less than 300 milligrams that you want to use for that. Okay, I'm wiping this off here so we can use it again. And then a third way to do this is a higher concentrate, and I don't know the exact concentrate on this, but probably well over 300 milligrams. As you can use this, I'm using this amount here. And that's even darker and stuff, more of a purple color. And that can be used for signaling. If you're lost or something like that, this works best in like snow. It will stain snow to a deep purple, pink, purple color, and you can use that for like an SOS. You could probably put it on birch bark as well, white birch bark, and stain it and use that as a SOS. That would be very colorful, I think, in the open and stuff if you did birch bark. But that's just to show you the different ones. There's the clear water again, small amount, less than 50 milligrams again for disinfecting water, less than 300 milligrams for medical uses and stuff, disinfecting wounds, things like that, cleaning out wounds. And then you can of course use more as a stain to make a SOS and stain things, snow, birch bark, things like that. You can probably do other materials too and stain it for signaling in the woods. I don't see this used as much, but it's certainly a use for it. So anyways, I want to show you going on to fire starting. So we'll get set up for that, and we'll be right back. And hope you enjoyed that. We'll be right back with the fire. Okay, I'm going to place some potassium permanganate there. And again, it's a very, you can't see it there, it almost looks black, but it's kind of a dark, deep kind of purple kind of powder. And then I'm going to put, it takes two things to make fire with this. It takes a type of glycerin, and that could be something from glycerin I guess you can get at a beauty supply store in the beauty section. You can also get it at a pharmaceutical. You can get glycerin, and you can also get it from antifreeze. However, I've had better luck with other glycerins and stuff. Antifreeze, it should not be the 50-50, it should be straight antifreeze as I understand. I'm actually going to use brake fluid here that is .3 on this. That's what I use in most of my vehicles. So you can actually just use it straight out of your car if you needed to in an emergency, or if you're broken down and need to start a fire and you had some potassium permanganate, you can make a fire with this in the rain. I see this as being really good like in wet conditions. It doesn't get hindered very much by that, and but you can take it straight out of your brake fluid in your car, or if you have antifreeze. But glycerin comes in different forms, and I'm going to use this one today. I know that this works really well, so I'm going to pour a little bit of this on here, and I'm going to stir it up, and in a few minutes or less it should start burning. And there we go. It doesn't take long at all. I think it's less than 30 seconds to, and then you can move that around. It has some coals there, so it'll give you time to get your fire going and stuff. And I'm doing that on a piece of birch bark, and of course it's going to start the birch bark on fire. But yeah, it makes a nice hot fire and gets the fire going really quickly. Just wanted to show you that there, and how that works. It does make some smoke, but that'll go away here shortly. And as you see, if you actually build that on top of some wood, it will it will definitely light on fire, especially something like birch bark. But that's what I'm using here. And this would be great, I think, in the rain or something like that. If you're camping or broke down or something like that and you need to get a fire going faster, you're trying to get the camp set up before dark and stuff like that, it's a good way to do this. And it doesn't take a lot, but I keep a small bottle, like a Old Spice empty spice bottle or something like that, that's like 6 ounces or something like that. I keep those in the car, and that'll last for a long time. So it's just something I highly recommend for surviving if something were to happen and you were out in your car or camping and you needed to either treat wounds or clean water, disinfect water, and start a fire. I think it's just a great idea to have some of this on hand. So you can get this online or at various chemical companies, but online is where I got it. It's safe to transport through the postal service, so not a big deal. It's only a real problem when you introduce other chemicals to it, like glycerin and stuff, so, or other agents to it, I should say. Yeah, so we're going almost on 5 minutes now, I think, with this burning here. This will easily be 5 minutes to. That should be enough time to get fire started. If you've got all your tinder and wood ready, kindling and all that stuff ready to go for this fire, you'd be up and going by now. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that, and thought you'd appreciate that. So I really like it. So it's a thing I have in my arsenal and stuff, and I keep on hand all the time, just in case. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks.